It is Saturday, the beginning of a new week, and I wanted to tell you, last night Kevin and I came out here in the den and we were going to watch a show, and Kevin could not get the TV to work correctly. You could hear the shows on, but you could not,
no picture at all.
There was no picture at all. So basically we tried everything and it was dead. So this is the TV that we did have out here.
Our 6-year-old LG, which we like. We love the TV. It was really nice.
But what size is that one?
40, maybe 45, 42, 40. I think it's 40, 42, 44, something like that.
So if you all remember correctly, Kevin had bought 2 TVs at Christmas. He bought one for Andrew and one for himself. And Andrew's was broken, long story short. Andrew's was broken. So Kevin said, you can take my TV and we'll take yours and take it back and get the money back. So that's what we did. But we never got a TV.
Yeah.
So Kevin actually was glad that was a blessing in disguise that happened, because the TV that he would have bought wouldn't have worked for what we wanted it for. It went through the Roku, right?
Yeah, it was a Roku TV, and Roku does not play AVI files, which some of the things we use, I record shows and it records them as AVI, so I would have had to have converted every single video over. It would have been annoying as all get out.
So we didn't want the Roku.
So I didn't want to do that anyway.
So
plus, I already have a Roku. What I need another Roku for? So.
Right. Well, we have a Roku on each TV. So that being said, that was a blessing in disguise. We didn't have that TV. So Kevin has gone all these months anyway without a new TV, and then this one died. So last night he got online and he did his Kevin thing, which is
research.
A lot of research. He reads a lot of reviews, which the reviews, I like to read reviews anyway. I think they're fun to read. But you can really tell a lot about, the good and bad points of any product if you read the reviews. So he decided on
a Samsung MU6300.
MU6300. Okay, and it is
55-inch.
Yes, so it is like, you can tell the box. It is like, we'll put this in front of it when we get it out. But this one, it looks like a 4K color drive, a 4K resolution, smart remote. The only negative thing that people said about this one, they complained about the stand.
It's got a floppy stand.
It has a floppy stand, but we don't have children a lot in this house, so hopefully we won't have to worry about that. What does it say about Netflix?
It's built in.
Oh, well, I mean, doesn't every TV have the capability to play?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I may need your help just getting it out, but after
I wonder if you'll be able to see. I can set you right here, and so we'll get what we get on there.
Quick startup guide. I pretty much read all this stuff already.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'll have to go get a screwdriver maybe. But
I can see I'm probably going to have to vacuum the floor after this. There's screws on there.
Yeah. Is that all from the top?
Now this is the same size though, 55 inch.
It's the same size that we got previously and Andrew.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Try not to get too much stuff over. Here's the boomerang.
Yeah, that's your
the
base.
stand. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but.
Don't you want to get that out before you get this out? Because you're just going to have to lean it somewhere if you don't.
Or get you to hold it.
I don't want to be holding it, but I don't think I could. So I could care less about how big the TV is. but that being said, I'm sure I'll love it.
You'll love it. Once you start watching it, you'll love it.
Yeah, I'm sure that I'm gonna enjoy it immensely, but it's like, I'm one of these people that if it's not broken, then I do not want to replace it. I don't. And honestly, we would still probably have those big box TVs, but I do think those are ugly. I really do. So we did, once the flat screens came out and they came to be affordable, we did get rid of some of those big box TVs, even though they worked. I don't know, I think we sold them in a yard sale or something like that. So I was willing to do that, but like, I mean, anything like electronic, if it's working, then I just don't like to replace it. So,
and I would always have the newest one.
So whatever Kevin did to make the TV die, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knew that was his only hope of getting. No, we were gonna, like, you know, we were gonna get him that TV for Christmas, but that was a good thing. So
I'm seeing if you have to put the legs on first. So take the box.
Since I last saw you all, we saw 2 movies. We saw I, Tonya, and it will make you, if you know who Tonya Harding is, and Kevin and I were watching the Olympics back when the Tonya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan thing all happened. And but I really think if you see that movie, it's going to make you rethink how you feel about Tonya Harding. She grew up, she has had a horrible life, and in the end of that incident, she really got the raw end of the deal. I mean, I'm not talking about what happened with Nancy Kerrigan. I'm talking about the penalty. She got the raw end of the deal with that penalty. But anyway, it's a very good movie. The language is horrible language from start to finish. But and it's not a happy movie. You will not finish it and be like in a great mood, because it's just not a happy movie. However, I do think it's worth seeing if you are aware of that, even if you're not aware of that situation. If you're aware of that situation, though, if you were around when that was happening, if you were watching figure skating and stuff, I think you'll just appreciate it more. But I'm glad we saw it. And then we also saw The Greatest Showman. And it was, I loved it. It's a musical, if you don't know, it is a musical. And it stars Hugh Jackman as P.T. Barnum, and Kevin was watching him sing and dance, and Kevin's like, "Can you believe that's Wolverine?"
Yeah, how big he really is.
Yeah, because in that movie, you cannot tell how big of a guy he is. You really can't. I mean, you can tell he's fit, but you just really don't see how big he is. But
well, and you never think about the actors that do superhero kind of movies, like you know, the big badass people, you know, the fighting and stuff. You never think of them being able to actually sing and dance.
Oh yeah, and he was excellent.
He did really.
And I didn't know that Zendaya's in that movie. What's that woman's name that played Marilyn? Was it Shannon? What is her name?
It's not Kendrick, is it?
No. Anyway,
the wife. Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, and I can't think. She played Marilyn Monroe. I can't think of her name right now. But anyway, it had a lot of good people in it, and the music is so good, so good. If you like a musical anyway, then this movie, and it's clean. There's not any language, I don't think, in that movie. What are we gonna do with it? Oh, I don't know where you can grab it from. There's nowhere to grab it from. Hold on, because okay.
That?
Yeah. Yeah, because it slides on this.
It does. But I like not only music, I liked all the choreography and stuff. I think they did a phenomenal job on just all the choreography from
Oh
it.
yeah.
This one did, didn't it?
But the guys, I have told you all before, I watched the Diz and the Diz Unplugged on YouTube, and they are a Disney channel. Well, they talk about Disney. They're a bunch of guys. They're a bunch of guys who live in Florida, and they have season passes, and they own Dreams Unlimited Travel, and so they go to Disney all the time. The guy that owns Dreams Unlimited Channel, his name is Pete Warner, and Pete was actually saying it was a song from The Greatest Showman and Coco were some of the songs that were up for an Oscar nomination. And the song Remember Me from Coco actually won. And he said, Pete Warner said, I think the song, whatever the name of that was, from The Greatest Showman should have won.
Yeah, I can remember.
I agree with him. I really do. I've told you all, I like the movie Coco. For me, it was a one-time thing. But I liked it. But this Greatest Showman, I could watch it again.
You could listen to the songs.
I could listen to the songs. Yes, I would actually buy like the soundtrack. I could listen to the songs in the car. Now they didn't put the one up. The one that I liked the best in the movie was not up for the nomination.
Was the Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman was my favorite. That song in the whole movie, that was my favorite. I thought that was an awesome song. But I do think, Remember Me just, I don't know. When I think of Disney movies and ones that I would want to win an Oscar, I think of the ones that people want to sing and I don't know, that kids want to sing, that relate to kids and...
Like the Frozen.
Yeah, Let It Go. You know, I just, and the one from Coco just seems, it's sad. It's a very sad song. So for me, it wasn't like a...
No, just, you got it.
Yeah, I'll have it. It wasn't like it should have won, in my opinion. So I agree with Pete Warner.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You'll have to cover.
Yeah, I know.
I need to move this cable. Let me go under.
Is that okay? It's gonna have to bring it down.
I don't think that's too far.
Bring it down a little bit.
I need to hook the cables up.
Oh, okay. Because I want it to be even.
Yeah,
like,
let's tell me to hook everything up first.
Gosh, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, big difference. It'll be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be nice.
It'll be nice, you'll love it.
Yeah, you can already see this one looks like a mini me compared to that.
Yeah.
You know
I watched TV last night. That little bitty one.
Yeah. How old is the TV in our bedroom? Isn't it older than this one?
Jennifer bought that for us for coming up.
That's right.
A new house present when we got.
Yes. So they were basically the same age.
Basically the same age, yeah.
Okay.
We use this one a lot more.
Because this one my dad bought for us after my mom died. So that was 2011. And then if my sister bought us one for a new house present, that was 2012.
Right.
So it's a year younger than this one. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Sitting back here on the couch. Oh yeah, that'll be really nice.
Why not myself?
And hopefully it works. Hopefully it's not like Andrew's. Because Andrew didn't even know that night. Andrew didn't find out till the next day. His had
plug it in the next day.
His had lines running through it or something.
The screen, yeah, it was all messed up.
Yeah. So anyway, Kevin's gonna get this. Kevin's gonna get it hooked up, and then we'll turn it on, and I'll show you how it looks once it's turned on. So we put the remote in the batteries in the remote.
Everything's hooked up. No, I don't want to pay for an extra $3.
What does the extra $3 do?
It gives you HD. Right now it's just standard.
Oh, okay. This is a show we plan on watching, by the way, since it's on here. Collateral, we definitely plan on seeing that.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's very good. You got your speech ready for the superintendent.
That sounds pretty decent, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the soundbar sounds like with it.
There was a murder in my constituency.
Bruce.
We had gunfire.
It's a Muslim killing, right?
Well, I don't know if I've shared this with you all before, but one of the things that I like doing in my spare time, not that I have a lot of spare time at all, but if I'm waiting on like a video to finish, or if my computer's being taken up doing something for a movie, I like to go to realtor.com. It's www.realtor.com, and I like going there and looking around. I do not have any intent to move or anything like that, but I love to see the houses that are for sale, and not just in my area or the next town over, but I like there's a community down in Florida, and I look them up all the time. Actually, there's 2 communities in Florida, and I'm constantly looking there to see what's available and what the price point is. I've looked in California, and oh my goodness, I think it would be awesome to live in California, because I think the weather would just be stellar. I think just blue skies, and I just think California would be wonderful, but we could never afford to live there. Not in the places that I've looked anyway. And I mean, I typed in at least 10 different places, 10 different like cities in California. There's no way we could afford to move there. It's so expensive. But it's fun to go to realtor.com and just type in wherever. I mean, if you're curious about Winter River, Connecticut, or whatever, then, or New Haven, or whatever, you can just type that in and see how much the houses are, and it's just interesting. It's interesting to me. It's become a thing for me that I really enjoy doing. You know, some people enjoy playing games. I really enjoy going to realtor.com. I know that probably sounds corny. So I went to realtor.com and I saw this house, and I'm not going to show you the address of the house. It is in the next town over, and the next town over, that's where Ashley goes to school. There's a college there, and there's several colleges there, but there's a college there, and you can tell that this is I don't know, maybe the college kids, you can tell it's a male's house. Men live here, and maybe dad bought the house for them and dad is now selling it, or maybe these boys rented and now the guy's like, I'm gonna sell this house, so you all are gonna have to move out. I don't know. But I'm going to show you, there's a reason. I think kind of like, I don't know who the real estate agent is for this house, but I think the real estate agent it's kind of mean, because these pictures are horrible pictures, and they do not reflect this property in the right light at all. They are asking $319,000 for this house. It is 1,964 square feet. It has 5 beds, it says, and 2 baths. But when you see the pictures, I don't know how the real estate agent could sleep at night putting these pictures up, because they're that bad. So I'm going to turn you around to see. Okay, so this is a picture of the outside of the house, and there's only like 11 pictures, and some of them aren't inside. This one, it was like, okay, you saw the outside of the house, and this is literally the second picture that pops up. Normally, the second picture that comes up is the entryway or the living room. I do not know why this is the second picture that popped up, but I thought, this is interesting that they didn't seem, most people would have cleaned up their bathroom area before they took the pictures. This is outside, so that's nothing. This is outside. Okay, and then in the kitchen, once again, you would have thought that they would have cleaned their counters off. Most people clean their counters off to showcase how much space they have. You want it to look like it has a lot of space. So I thought, it's not bad, but they could have cleaned up. At this point, I still did not know that this was like a college boys' home. And then you get to the living room, and the living room tells a story of college kids. There's lots of seating for drinking and parties, and you can see the banner hung up on the wall here. I mean, this is a college kid's home. The floors look dirty. It looks very, very worn. Then you get to one of the bedrooms, and this is, you know, once again, it looks like a boy. This looks like a boy's room. This looks like, honestly, like any teenage boy's room, but this is a college student. This is one of the other bedrooms. Not too bad, but once again, you can tell that, you know, that it's a college boy. The furniture's not the greatest, and it doesn't look like, you know, it's fine. This is the one I wanted you to see. Do you notice? They left that in the picture. I cannot believe that they left this in the picture. The empty toilet paper roll, the filth under here on the sides, that down at the bottom. There's like a box of Q-tips laying over here. The shower is like, I don't know if it's ever been cleaned. The filth, absolute filth. And so I haven't even looked at the rest of the pictures. I think there's only one more. Once I got to this picture, it's like, oh my gosh, I have to show them this, because I was just amazed. And then there's another one of the outside. So you can understand why I had to show that to you. If you are trying, to me, the real estate agent really, I mean, I think it's horrible. And if they sell this house, I'm going to be surprised. I mean, most people that go through houses, they can see, you know, they can see past that stuff. Like, because you know you're going to have to clean and stuff like that. But it's not going to be as easy to sell it like that. And I think the real estate agent really should have gone in there and said, look, you know, they want me to sell this house, or you want me to sell your house, you're going to have to clean up a little bit. There's things that you do, like I said, you want to declutter, you want to take out family photos. If you have all kinds of family photos everywhere, because a lot of people do, you want to take those down. You really want to depersonalize the house. You don't want to have your name in lights hanging up. You know, you want the people coming in to be able to imagine themselves in your home. So you want to not have a lot of knickknacks laying around. You want to declutter the kitchen and have the kitchen counters as clear as possible. Don't have a bunch of dirty dishes in there. The bathroom, you should have all your products picked up. It should be clean, for goodness sakes. It should be clean. The bed needs to be made. You don't want clothes laying on the floor. I mean, these are just basic things that you do when you want to sell your home. So let me know what you all think of that, because I think for them to leave that toilet in the picture, I think the real estate agents, like, they have to be laughing to themselves. But I mean, you know they want to get paid. You know they want to sell that house. So I for the life of me, I don't understand why they left that picture in there. So we are in downtown Lexington right now, and I thought I would just give you a little update. I think it's been like, it's probably been 2 years ago that Kevin and I did a video on this, where this building is being built right here, and it was just a hole in the ground. They knocked down some historic buildings in order to build this, and it is finally, after all these years, and you know what, that green space is going to be gone for this coming weekend. Did you think about that? Because St. Patrick's Day is next weekend, and I guess everybody's going to be crowded over here. The bad thing about that is that I like to see the the Irish step dancers, and when they pack everybody in one place like that, you don't get to see them. No, you can't get in there to see them. So maybe
That's what they did last year.
Yeah, maybe they'll do them somewhere else to where more people can see them, because I really would enjoy watching them. Oh, I'm blocking your mirror. I'm sorry. We saw another movie. I know we've been seeing movies like crazy lately. I wonder what's going on over there today. We saw a movie called 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. The acting was fantastic in it. It has Frances McDormand, I think that's her name. And it's very good acting, but it's a miserable movie. It's one like I told you about Tonya, how you don't feel good when you leave this movie. You don't feel good after this movie either. This is not a feel-good movie. It's I don't know why anyone would want to watch it. The language is bad. Language is really, really rough. But I'm not recommending it to anybody. Tonya, if you know the story, I would recommend you see that one time, unless you're bothered by language. If you are, avoid it at all costs. But this 3 Billboards movie, it's just so depressing that I can't recommend it at all. Even though the acting was really good. So the reason we're here is because I wanted to come to the cemetery. I told Kevin, I don't think we were here at all in February. So I don't expect to see any flowers or anything like that. Although the tulips are starting. Do you see that?
I can't look.
There was
through that gate. So.
Huh?
There's some green coming up.
Yeah, there is green coming up because probably in another few weeks, this place it'll be full of tulips and it'll be beautiful. I'll turn you around so you can see. There's really not
The trees haven't come out yet.
No, they haven't come out yet. Not yet. So it still is. Of course, we're in the beginning of March and it is still cold. But now we've seen daffodils around in our neighborhood. So I was hoping that we would at least see some daffodils, but I don't see them. Today, I know for you all, it's going to seem like it happened a long time ago. We're filming this on Sunday, and today our video came out about how we quit smoking. And somebody asked me, since we stopped smoking, were there any other cravings that we had or that we picked up or anything like that? And I didn't mention in the video, when I smoked, this is really weird. When I smoked, I used to bite my fingernails, and I mean, I would bite them down to the quick. I had no fingernails at all. And when I stopped smoking, I quit biting my fingernails. So I know that's a weird. With some people, it might be exactly the opposite. You might think because you quit smoking that you would start biting your fingernails. But for me, it was the opposite. And I thought about something with Kevin too. Kevin, we used to drink Mountain Dews, and Kevin would, there was, under the lid, they had a piece of plastic, and you could pull the plastic out of the lid, and Kevin would always chew on those. So he not only was smoking, but then when he wasn't smoking, he would be chewing on this plastic. But as far as
I still bite my hangnails.
Well, I think biting your hangnails, I think that's normal. But the question was, do we have any cravings now?
Didn't have them?
Yeah, did we like replace?
No, not really.
See, I don't think we did. Yeah, I don't think we didn't replace smoking with anything. I mean, literally, when we're sitting at the computer working, we each have a drink, which we drink all the time. And I've
always done that.
Not alcohol, but yeah, just regular. Yeah, but we, like Kevin said, we've always drank. We always, no matter where we go in the house or what we're doing, you know, we always have a drink with us. When we're out and about, I do not drink near as much as I do at home, and I don't think Kevin does either, but we do tend to drink a lot. So I have seen some daffodils here and there, and we're almost, Yeah, there's some in front of us, and we're almost up here to Mom's grave. And it looks like somebody may have put something out for St. Patrick's Day up here. I see a little bit of green on somebody's grave. Yeah, there's a little shamrock right there. Kevin's gonna scratch his car.
I think there's a new stone there.
A new stone next to Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the stone was here. See, there's Mom's, and then this one wasn't here. Yeah, 2017. So nobody will be in between, right?
Right now.
Is there room?
Oh yeah, it's old.
Oh, you think there's room here? Well, are they going to be as close as those? Those are very close.
One there, one here.
Wow.
And probably two.
Do you think years ago they used to leave more space in between them than they do now? Because these are very close together. And you can tell there's going to be another one in between probably there. I think used to they would leave more space.
All I got to do is put that bolt in there.
What vault? Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
So cool.
So we're leaving now, but that's where the tulips will be coming up in a couple of weeks, over there on the ground. But there was nothing. There was some daffodils, and there was pink magnolia that was starting to bloom. There was a couple of those that I saw, but there wasn't anything else to show you all. And the ponds, they looked bare, but now in a couple of weeks we'll come back, and it'll be beautiful in a couple of weeks. There's the R.J. Corman. Okay, we are in Meyer, and these are what the hot cross buns look like. This is the Meyer brand. Yeah, it looks like it's frosting. I don't know if they have any other ones. I haven't been looking around, but I'll see if they have any other ones I can show you. But you can see they look the same, but then that frosting, it just, I don't know, it kind of ruins it for me. But then they also have some carrot cakes here, and they have some stuff for St. Patrick's Day. Well, Ashley was supposed to go to work this morning. She's actually on spring break, but she was going to go because she volunteered. And look what we woke up to. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know. I'm going to turn this light out. Oh my goodness. Look at it out here. Look how beautiful. Look at that tree across the street. That tree is, I haven't seen that tree that pretty all year long. Isn't that beautiful? But look at how much it snowed. Look at the cars. I mean, that is just crazy to me that it snowed that much. I didn't even know it was supposed to snow. Last night when we were watching TV, it was raining, or that's what it sounded like, and it was raining, and Ashley came in, she said the rain wasn't that bad, and then we got all this snow. I'm just shocked. So, and some people thought spring was here. The poor daffodils. I feel sorry for the daffodils. Look at the view out the back window. It is so pretty. Very, very beautiful. I bet the cemetery looks beautiful right now with all the snow and the trees. I bet it is gorgeous, but look how deep that is. Kevin will have to clear off a space of grass, a patch, so that Guido will poop today, because Guido will not poop on the snow. It has to be like, you have to clear it off for him. He's a picky bug. So I haven't filmed since this morning, and you saw all the snow, and it is now 20 after 4, It is 40 degrees outside, so the snow melted off. There was still some on the car, but Kevin was able to push it off pretty quickly. But Carly sent us a package, and it is supposed to be down here at the post office. So we had to get out of the house because I need to get this package, because I know Carly told me there is some Mr. Kipling in the package. So you know me and Mr. Kipling. There's Mr. Kipling in it. I'm gonna have to go get it. So, but you can see it's not bad. The streets aren't bad. Not at all. So, and you have to be careful in this parking lot because people like to back up right in front of you. So this is the post office that I've shown you a million times before, I think. And Kevin's gonna go in and get Carly's package. There he goes, and I'm gonna lock the door because he leaves the car running, and I don't want anybody to jump in here. But I feel so bad because of there were some trees that had started blooming. There was daffodils, you know, the crocuses, and okay, he definitely got a key. You probably can't see him. He got a key out of our box, and now he's walking down there to get it. But things had started to bloom, and I always feel bad when something like this happens, because it's like, okay, are they gonna live? Are they gonna be able to survive this? And the weight of the snow, it was so heavy that our bushes out front, it's literally like they're bent, and I know they'll bounce right back, but it just, I don't know, I don't want those pretty flowers to die or anything. So I don't know where Kevin has gone to get this package. I'm wondering if he had to go, sometimes he has to go to the desk, but I wouldn't think he would have to go to the desk for Carly's, because Carly sent us one in last week's vlog, and she sends them in these like these envelopes, these really big padded envelopes, and they can hold a lot of stuff. And so, but he's taken a while, so he must have had to go stand in line for some reason, because sometimes if you have too much, they won't put it in your box, because that's the only thing I can think. So I'll have to turn you back on when he's on his way out, because there's no telling, the line could be really long in there, so he might be a while. Okay, here he comes, and it's in one of these big packages just like she sent last time. So that's definitely from Carly, so I don't know why it would have taken longer. Why did it take longer?
I had to sign for it.
Why did you have to sign for it?
I don't know. Sometimes I have it automatically set where I don't have to sign for it.
Right.
Sometimes they don't, I don't know if they don't look at it or what, so I had to sign for it.
Because last time, same exact package, same writing and everything, and
I think it's whoever puts them out on the PO boxes, whoever puts the mail out. Some of them look at it, some of them don't.
So it's a good thing we got here before they close, because I think they close in like 5 minutes, don't they?
I would have had to just come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we would have had to have come back tomorrow. So I'm glad we got it today, though. So in just a few minutes, we will be back home, and we'll open this up and see what she sent us. So we're home, and we have Carly's package.
We want to show her address.
No, we don't want to show her address. Do you want to flip it over? We can show our address.
Right.
Our address is in the description of every video. Ooh, blue ribbon.
Yeah.
Nestle Blue Ribbon. I've never seen this before. They're 99 calories per bar. It says
It's a wafer.
8 crisp wafer biscuits covered in real milk chocolate.
We have wafer cookies over here, but I can't think of what the name of them is.
Okay.
Oop, I lost one.
Mr. Kipling. Yes. These are smashing strawberry. So she sent us the rockin' raspberry, and now I have the smashing strawberry to try with it. These are my favorite. These are my favorite biscuit. These are, oh, it's different.
Sorry.
These are one of my favorite things from the UK, period. Our hobnobs. I love the milk chocolate hobnobs. So thank you. These are Blue Ribbon coffee cream. So we have the original and the coffee cream. Boost Bites we love. We've had the candy bar, and I'm pretty sure we've bought the Boost Bites too. And Andrew loves these too. I think this and the Crunch are not Crunch.
Yorkies.
That's not what it's called. Not Yorkies.
The Crunchies.
The Crunchy.
Yeah.
I think those are some of Andrew's
I
favorites.
think you like the Yorkie ones too.
How did she get this big thing in
These
there?
in the bottom.
Cadbury Mellows. You know why she sent us these?
The marshmallow.
Because we just tried, well, it's been a while. What are those things? We didn't have them here, and Laurie sent them to us from Texas.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think what they're called.
Cannot think of the name of them. And we said that the Dare, no, they're
No, not pin. The things that look like pinwheels.
They're like a Whippet.
Yeah.
They're
a marshmallow. with a
Malamar.
cookie. Yeah, that's it.
Is it a Malamar?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Laurie sent us the Malamars from Texas, and so I'm sure that's why Carly sent these. Cadbury Mellows, light and fluffy mallows covered in Cadbury milk chocolate. So those will be fun to try. I don't remember even seeing those when we were over there. Jam Orange, limited edition, dime, sorry. I said
Dime. Dime.
but I didn't mean
It does
to
look like
that.
that.
It's dime, it's pronounced dime. Limited edition orange. I love the original of these. Bounty bars. I was just talking to somebody today about how good the Bounty bars are. Yes, I love these things, and so does Kevin. Limited edition Twix White. We've had that. Black and White Lion. We haven't had that. Black, white, limited edition Lion. No. We have not had this.
That's something.
Wonder where this is from, because it's in a different language. Because I was going to read it, and I don't know where it's from. That is interesting. Cannot wait to try that. And a Yorkie original. I'm glad you sent this, because you sent us the Yorkie biscuits, and I'm thinking they're the same thing as this. I really am. But now we'll be able to compare them in the same video. This is a Kindle mint cake.
Those are good. They're very strong.
Love these. I can eat this entire Kindle mint cake. Now you would think that would make me sick. It wouldn't. It would just make me happy to eat the whole thing. It's supposed to be, Kindle mint cakes are supposed to give you like extra energy if you're hiking or walking a long way. For me, it's walking from the kitchen to the bedroom. That's energy.
They're very, very sweet. That's why.
Oh, pure sugar. Mr. Kipling. Ooh. Oh, I've never even heard of these.
Cherry Bakewell and golden.
A cherry bakewell flapjack and golden syrup flapjack? I've never heard of these. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to try these.
Is that good?
Yes, we're going to be trying these very, very soon. And I'm wondering, well, yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if they're like this on the shelf, or were they like in a box, and you know, she took them out and gave us one out of the box. Because sometimes people do that because they don't have room in the bag to give us the whole thing. So they'll like give us one candy bar and they'll keep the other six.
I don't think these.
But I don't think so, because this has the date printed on the outside.
Yeah, and they're also marked up. But
yeah, so I think this is how they're sold on the shelf. I have never even heard of these. I wonder how long they've been out. This is awesome. So I'm so happy. I can't wait to try these things. And you've sent us so much that we can just enjoy. I can't wait because I absolutely love so many of these things. So I'm just very, very excited. Thank you, Carly. I hope you all can see this. It is really, really snowing now. I had no idea that it was supposed to snow again. Let me show you how this looks. Yeah. I had no idea that it was supposed to snow. Did you know it was supposed to snow?
no, but he'll run outside.
Oh, Chapel was literal. I think he thinks it's toys. There's a million little toys that are.
You can open it.
So, well, that was it. They saw it, but I mean, it's really snowing. It's pretty cool looking. So here is a different view of it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it as well because the screen is in the window, but we literally just got in. Here, let me put you up here maybe. We literally just got in from Walmart, and so we missed all this by like probably 15 minutes. We've probably been home for 15 minutes. So that's just amazing. And Chapel's like, I want to look out the window. It is Thursday, and Kevin and I are headed to Lexington. I think I told you all early in the week. He's been off for spring break this week. Today it is actually pretty outside, and I think it's gonna get to like high 40s.
I think it's 55 today.
Oh, 55? Okay.
It's already 53.
Oh, okay. So it's gonna be a nice day, but Kevin got a haircut. But we want to thank you all so much. Everybody who came to the live show.
And put up with the problems.
Yes, I'm so sorry there were problems. We're going to buy a webcam today. That's one of the things we're going to get. But we shouldn't have problems with the feed dropping and all that next week. So we should still be able to sit in the dining room and eat. So that will be nice. But I appreciate so much that so many of you took your time to come, and if you couldn't be there, I don't blame you. A lot of people were asleep at that time or at work, and I totally understand. But I just appreciate you watching the videos. It really means a lot to us. And I want to thank Alicia. Alicia sent Ashley some more box tops, and she still is collecting them. And she sent me some coupons, so thank you for that. I wanted to tell you all that Kevin and I we saw, this has been like the week of movies because Kevin has been on spring break. So whether it's movie theater, DVD, whatever, you know, we've just watched a lot of movies this week. So more recently we watched the old Blade Runner with Harrison Ford, and it came out in
80 something.
Okay.
86.
So the old one has Harrison Ford, and I had never seen it before, and it had been years since Kevin had seen it. And then we watched the new Blade Runner. Which one did you like better?
It's hard to say. I like the story in the second one, but I think it went on too long.
It was long. It was a long
almost
movie.
3 hours long.
Yeah, it was a long movie. I like the first one better, honestly.
I like the movie better. The first movie, unless me doesn't. I like the first movie better, but I like the story of the second one.
Okay, I understand that. And Daryl Hannah was in the first one, and I haven't heard the name Daryl Hannah in forever. Daryl Hannah, if you've ever seen the movie Splash, she was in that. She was in one of my favorite movies, which is Still Magnolias. She was in that.
Was she in one of those caveman movies? I'm thinking she was in one of the cavemen, not the jokey, funny caveman. It was like the real serious one. It was like really, truly depicted cave people.
Oh, I don't know. She might have been.
I don't remember.
But they were both good movies. But the second one was good too. The new one was good. It just, like Kevin said, it was just too long. But I finished my first Robin cookbook. I had never heard of Robin Cook, and I did not know he was an actual doctor, a medical doctor. And so I went to this book sale, this used book sale, and Kevin told me, he said he's a really good author, and they had 2 of his books there, and I do not remember what the other one, the one that I just finished is called Blind Sight, and it was an excellent book. I cannot wait to read more of his books. This book had me from page 1. It literally had me hooked from page 1. And
yeah, you didn't want to put the book down and go to bed.
no, no, we read every single night, and this wasn't one of these books where like I would read like a chapter and be ready to zonk out. I mean, I would want to read chapters, many chapters, and it was just so easy to read. That's the thing. You would think that a book, or I thought that once I found out he was a medical doctor, it surprised me, because I would have thought that he would have written over my head. Had I known that when I bought the books, that would have intimidated me. But since I was already in the middle of the book before I found out, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this was actually written by a doctor, because he's not writing over my head at all. He actually writes on a level that everyone can understand. It's very understandable. It's very, like the stuff that he writes about in this book could happen. It's stuff that could actually happen. And it was just so interesting. From the first page, it was interesting. And it took me back to when I used to read like Stephen King books, and they're just so easy to read. And just, there's nothing hard in the story to understand. It's just, you just get it, you know? And so this one, it was excellent. I would recommend it to anybody. It was called Blind Sight. And
how graphic are they? I don't remember.
How graphic are they?
Yeah. Did they describe?
It wasn't.
Really?
No, it wasn't.
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I read it.
It was not. It was not like gory or something.
Yeah. Just
no.
How descriptive are the descriptions?
He's descriptive, but I mean, there's nothing gory in these books.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, there's nothing. There's no gore. Not, at least not in this one. Now I don't know about his other books, but this one wasn't like that. So I'm very excited to read the next one I have. But I've got. I have an MC Beaton book that I'm going to read first, because I don't want to read the same author over and over again, and I don't know, I just don't want to run through them. But yeah, I really like this book, and I was impressed by it, and it was just very, very enjoyable. It was hard for me to go to sleep sometimes at night, because you're reading this stuff, like I said, it's stuff that can really happen. So it was kind of hard to go to sleep after reading some of this, because it's like, okay, is this gonna, you know, it just makes it hard to go to bed at night. But I felt that way when I would read Stephen King books too. I can remember way back reading like Pet Sematary, and it was like, oh my gosh, I can't sleep now. But this isn't like scary, spooky like that, but it's just real stuff. So anyway, I wanted to tell you all about it, because if you've never read one of his books, then I hope you will. And if you have read some of them, let me know in the comments which ones you think that I might be interested in, which ones you liked. We now have Bluebell back in Kentucky, and we're going to check my channel to see which one of these we haven't tried, because the Rocky Mountain Road at the top, I don't think we've had that. I think we've had a lot of these. They have butter crunch, mocha almond fudge, pecan pralines and cream. They have vanilla bean, red, white, and bluebell. We've had that.
Banana pudding, that was really good.
Homemade vanilla. So we do have it here. So we'll just have to check. The butter crunch, I'm pretty sure we've had that, and it was really, really good. But yeah, I think it's cool that Meijer has it, and Kevin said that Walgreens is supposed to be getting it as well. So Walgreens will probably be a lot more expensive. And someone had just told me about one of these homemade ones that was new, but I do not see it here. So when we go in Walmart, I'll look for it in there. Well, Kevin and I went in, where were we going when I last was here? I was talking about we were gonna look for a webcam today. So we looked in, Kevin looked in Meijer, and they didn't have anything he was interested in. And so then we went in Best Buy, and Best Buy had the exact same one that Kevin had been looking at on Amazon. $10 more expensive. So they wanted like $61 for this one, and the one, literally Amazon's $10 cheaper, and Amazon will deliver it right to the front door, and it won't take but like 2 days. So we're gonna get the one from Amazon. But I was telling Kevin, that's why these box stores, that's why they're going out of business, is because people can find things cheaper. We just read the article, and I'm sure a lot of you all read it too, that said that Toys R Us is going out of business. They don't know which stores are going to go first, but I know in the United Kingdom and in America, they are shutting down, and it's because they can't compete with other stores. Their prices, they've always been too high. The good thing about them is they have a lot of things. We have found a lot of like collectible type things in there that we couldn't find in like Walmart and places like that. However,
in fairness, you could have ordered online.
We could have ordered them online, yeah. So that's why stores like that are going out. So this webcam, there's no way we were going to pay $10 more for the exact same webcam. So we've gone in a couple places, and I bought some stuff for my Easter table. I've never decorated for Easter for the table, but if you watch the haul this week, you'll have seen that I bought a lot of pretty stuff that I really like, that I can keep and that I can decorate with year after year after year. And I think I think it'll look nice in the dining room as soon as I can get Ashley to clear off the table. The table still looks like a tornado hit it. There's places on the other side up here. The table still looks like a tornado hit it because she still is in school, but she'll just have to clear it off. That's all there is to it. So anyway, you'll see that during the haul. We're at Walmart. We're getting ready to go in, so I'll talk to you all in a little bit. They have strawberry cheesecake. So we're at Walmart now in Lexington. Walmart has the Bluebell ice cream. They have a few different ones. Chocolate chip cookie dough. We did not end up buying any in Meyer because there's a brown one in the very back there. Oh, okay. We didn't buy any in Meyer because I knew that we would be coming in here. We had a few stops to make. But I just wanted you all to know that you can find the Bluebell if you're looking for it in Walmart.
They also have the Magnum Hazelnut.
Yeah, they have the Magnum Hazelnut, but I'm not going to get it just because we tried the other three and they were nothing. So I don't plan on spending the money on the hazelnut, even though it's supposed to be good. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't think there's any point. I am going to end the vlog here. It is a Thursday. We did the shopping, and you saw that the last thing I think I showed you was the Bluebell in Walmart in Lexington. We ended up not buying any Bluebell today at all. And I know there were some that we had not had. We will buy some Bluebell, but we just didn't today. If I had anything say in the Bluebell company, I would have had some kind of flavor called welcome back or something like that. I would have had some flavor that was completely different, that made people want to buy it, like I don't know, celebration cake, or I don't know. I would have done something completely different because it's back in the area after being gone for so many years. And I would have just done something different. But anyway, we will buy some. We just didn't today because we had a bunch of different places to go. And frankly, I don't know. I just didn't see any that was like calling to me right then. Now, I'm sure next time we go, it will be. But I'm going to end the vlog here because it's going to be like an hour long. And it takes a long time to, even though I know you all like to watch them, it takes a long time to save them, and then it takes me a long time to upload it, and so it takes up my computer for a long time. There was another book that I read before Blindside that I wanted to tell you all about. It's called A Cotswold Killing, and it was written by Rebecca Tope, and it's the first one in this series of books. I don't know how many she wrote that are in this series, but this one's called A Cotswold Killing, and this is a completely new author to me. I enjoyed it very, very much. It was easy to read. It's a murder mystery like MC Beaton, but at the time I didn't have any new MC Beaton books to read, and now I do. So Kevin, is that called a Kindle? The book reader?
Fire.
We gave Ashley, like several years ago, a Kindle Fire, and she never uses it. Never. It's been like in her desk upstairs, never used. So Kevin said, why don't you go up there and get it? And this is how it looks. And Kevin has a blue cover, and then Ashley has a black cover. Why don't you go get it, and we'll buy you some books and put them on there. And so that Cotswold Killing, I read that on the book reader, and then we went to that used book sale. So the Robin Cook book, I had like a hard book, and I enjoy reading on the book reader. It's neat because it'll tell you like how many pages you have left, and it like learns how fast you read pages, so it'll tell you the estimated time you have left before you finish the chapter. And so that was pretty cool. And so I do like this, and this is much, it still isn't light, what I would call really light, but it's lighter than a book, and it's smaller, and I do like this. However, when I was reading the Robin Cook book for the past week, I didn't mind it, and it was kind of, the pages weren't like nowadays pages are like, I don't know, most of the time they're thin, and they don't feel the same as they did back when this book was written. You know, older Stephen King books, the pages feel thicker, and they just feel thicker. I can't explain it any better. So it felt good to read an actual book like that, but I will enjoy reading on this as well. So I have learned that about myself now, that I can go back and forth. But A Cotswold Killing, if you've never read anything by Rebecca Tope, she's a good author. The book was clean. If you like a murder mystery type of book that is set in the Cotswolds, the English countryside, then I think you would really enjoy that. But I am, like I said, I'm going to end the vlog for the week. Unfortunately, we will not get to watch Big Bang and Young Sheldon. They don't come on tonight, and Life in Pieces, because is it basketball? It's not football. It's basketball.
It's NCAA tournament.
Okay, the NCAA tournament starts tonight, and I know a lot of people will be excited about it, but it starts tonight, and Kentucky's actually playing. But now, do you think we're going to be watching it? No. We will be watching Can't Pay Will Take It Away. We have one more episode left of it, which is awful. But then we're going to start watching The Sheriffs Are Coming, and we always have Only Fools and Horses and stuff like that to watch. So we'll watch some of those shows. But anyway, I will talk to you all next week. If you can, then try to come Wednesday to the live show. I don't know what we're going to be eating for dinner, but hopefully it'll be working better. Kevin is going to order that webcam from Amazon, and so I hope we'll see you there, and bye.